All right, so we're sitting here with the John Wallace. Obviously, you had like a great career at Syracuse, and you played for the Knicks and the Heat and a couple other teams. What's your opinion of the league now, and who are some of your favorite teams?
Well, my favorite team is always going to be the Knicks. I'm a diehard Knick fan. Today's game's a lot softer than when I played. There was really no flagrant fouls when I played. It was just a regular foul, and we were encouraged to foul and not give up easy baskets. So it's a different mindset. We had more of a Warriors type mentality. Not Warriors, the Golden State, but just a real true Warrior. Like nothing easy, especially in the paint. You know, you came in the lane, you got bumped, you got hit hard, and we wanted you to think about it the next time you came in there. So the Knicks teams, especially back then in the 90s, and some of the guys I played with, like Oakley and Patrick Ewing and those guys, they when you got fouled, you were fouled. And Larry Johnson, like, we hit guys hard. We wanted them to really give it a second thought about coming back into the lane. So we wanted teams to shoot more jump shots than layups, because if you play the percentages, layups a much easier shot, jump shots a tougher shot, especially in the fourth quarter when your legs are a little tired. So today's game is more jump shots and free willing, and no one's allowed to touch you. It's more of an offensive game, and when we played, it was more defense oriented.
For teams like obviously the Golden State Warriors, they're thriving off the three-man and just shooting those J's. How would you handle a team like that, back in the day?
I think those type. First of all, Golden State Warriors are a great team. I don't want to take anything away from Golden State, but you got to make Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, those guys, you got to make them feel you. And if you got to knock them down a couple of times, so be it. Not to say that that's going to deter them, but it gives them something to think about. When we played against like guys like Reggie Miller and Ray Allen and the really good shooters that we played against during my time, we try to be physical with them. And that starts before they even catch the ball. You're bumping them, you're elbowing them, you're grabbing their jersey. You're doing all little dirty tricks, so to speak, to get them off their game and to try to get them thinking about something other than consistently making their shot. So not sure how you defend a guy like Steph Curry, because he's such a really great shooter and ball handler and passer. So, but you definitely have to make him feel your presence. He's got to feel you. I thought Dellavedova did a great job on him for the first couple games last year, but Steph's a great player, and he came out of it, and he played the way Steph Curry plays.
Some people may not know, but you also were featured in the Spike Lee joint, He Got Game. What was it like being a part of such a big movie for basketball and sneaker culture?
Well, it's incredible. First of all, thank you, Spike. Spike always maintained to us that if we give everything we had during the filming of the movie, that it would pay us for the rest of our life, and true to his word. I received a check like 2 days ago for the Spike Lee movie. I actually did 2 Spike Lee movies. I did He Got Game and I did Bamboozle. And the reason why a lot of basketball people and basketball purists really like the He Got Game is because it was just us hooping. It was nothing scripted, the basketball part of it. It was just us playing ball in the park or in the gym, just hooping. It wasn't like, all right, go this way, do that. It was just straight jump ball, let's play. And we got after it. And it was really fun. Had a great time filming the movie. And hopefully they come out with a part 2. They're kind of talking about it, not sure what's going to happen, but I loved every second of it. It was a really good time.
What was it like working with Ray Allen, just like in the film setting, obviously, because you play ball with him and things like that, but this is like a totally different vibe, a different arena, so to speak, and just could you talk about that experience?
Well, what I saw from Ray was he attacked acting with the same vigor that he attacked working out for basketball. He had an acting coach. He was attending acting classes. He took it very seriously, and that's why he got the type of performance that he did. It wasn't like it was his first time, which it was, but when you watch the movie, you didn't get the feeling that you know, he was an athlete trying to be an actor. He was like his first time out. He looked like a real actor, and he, you know, that's why, you know, the movie did really well. I don't know a basketball player in the world that hasn't seen the movie. So that's, I mean, that's awesome. That's really, really good. And Ray being a friend of mine, we actually had dinner like about a month ago, and just to see that, you know, what he became from the movie. Honestly, there were more people there talking about, you know, they wanted Stephon Marbury or maybe Allen Iverson or someone to play the movie, but I think Spike Lee picked the right person, because look at his career and the way he, what happened after the movie. You know, we all felt like he picked the right person, and it was an honor and a privilege to be a part of that movie.
So one of my favorite scenes, and probably a lot of others' favorite scenes, was the, you know, the one-on-one with Denzel and Ray at the end. What did you think about Denzel's like game? Would you consider him a real hooper? You know, because he was, you know, he was hitting his shots and stuff like that. But what was your take on his game?
Denzel, if I'm not mistaken, is from like Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon has a long history of great basketball players, and Denzel can play. You know, once again, that wasn't like scripted. Like, he can play. Denzel can play, and it was good to see him out there playing. I remember, you know, those scenes like it was yesterday. You know, and being in the same scenes or the same movie as being in the same scenes in the same movies as Denzel Washington was just amazing in itself. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest actors of our time. And seeing him up close, I got a chance to really see why, you know, he has all the high praise that he has as an actor, because after that movie, you really thought that A, he went to prison, B, he was a ball player, and C, he was that hard on his kids. So it was all believable. That's why he's a great actor, and it was great to watch them go at it one-on-one.
So a lot of popular sneakers were worn in that movie, like the He Got Game, Air Jordan 13s, the Pearl Nike Foam Posits. How big was the sneaker culture back then to you?
Well, sneakers always been important for the basketball community, the hip-hop culture. It's all predicated on, you know, sneakers and the newest, flyest sneakers. And in that movie, we got a chance to try out a lot of different sneakers. And, you know, from the Jordans to the Pearl Foams and the Hardaways, like we had our pick of sneakers. And being a sneakerhead type person, it was good to just go in a room full of sneakers and be like, all right, I want these, I want those, I want these, I want this color. And if they didn't have them, they'd get them for you. So I still have some of my sneakers from that movie, along with my jersey framed at my house. So I love sneakers, as we all do. And, you know, back then, my love for sneakers was so serious, because you wanted the fresh ones, you wanted the new ones. And even though Jordans are very popular still to this day, back then in the midst of it and why it was really going on, there was nothing like it, as you can recall. You know, getting a pair of new Jordans back in the 90s and 80s was like better than any Christmas present you can ever get. So kudos to Jordan and the Nike brand itself.
Can you name some of your favorite basketball sneakers today, or just like what's your opinion of the kicks that you see LeBron wearing or Kyrie Irving and, you know, players like that?
Favorite sneaker today is the Melos, obviously because of Carmelo, the New York Knick ties, the Syracuse University ties, and the fact that he's a friend of mine. So, and I love them. They're very comfortable sneakers. Very functionable sneakers, you know, really, really good to play in. Honestly, I don't really play in that many different types of sneakers. I play in Melos, and I play in, you know, I played in the KDs. They're really nice. I haven't played in the Kyries or the LeBrons. LeBrons seem like they're kind of heavy, but, you know, playing in Jordans, but you know, my favorite sneaker, which is still a Jordan, is the Melo sneaker. And back when I played, I was more of an Adidas guy because I had wide feet. So Adidas coming a little bit wider style. So that's what I rolled with back then. And being the kind of guy that I am, every athlete's slightly superstitious. So you have a good game in one type of sneaker, you kind of roll with it. You know, you weren't changing it for anything. So I ended up wearing sneakers for a couple of years just because they felt good and I played good in them.
I
mean, more
had
more
over
than a few thousand, more than, you know,
close to
probably over 100,000 for sure.
Yeah, definitely over 100,000. Definitely
Gotcha.
over 100,000. But I'm really not into how much it's worth because it's a passion I have, and I never thought that collecting one shoe would turn into 882.
All right, 750s, black. Solars, Easy 2s. LV, the Jasper's Patchworks. Turtle Doves, and probably between the 750 grays or the 10 Easy 1s.